Hey guys, JJ here, and we just got a big update on Zack Cregger's Resident Evil movie, and honestly, this one might change how we look at the entire project. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Recently, new details surfaced about the upcoming Resident Evil film, which is currently editing and still scheduled to release on September 18th, 2026. According to Constantine Film CEO Oliver Bourbon, this new version of Resident Evil is being described as a complete new setup. And even more interesting, he says that the film is far from everything that is connected to Resident Evil, mainly because Zack Cregger has his own unique style as a filmmaker. Now that right there is a pretty big shift from what we heard previously. Before, the messaging sounded like this movie would respect the timeline and exist within the same world as the games, just telling a different story with original characters. But hearing phrases like a complete new setup and far away from everything connected to Resident Evil definitely raises some questions about what direction they're actually taking. Bourbon also mentioned that Cregger was given full creative freedom to do whatever he wants with the IP, and depending on how you look at that could either be really exciting or a little concerning. On one hand, giving a horror director creative control could finally give us something fresh and genuinely scary. Cregger's work on Barbarian and weapons shows he understands tension and atmosphere, which is honestly something the Resident Evil film franchise has struggled with in the past. But on the other hand, Resident Evil fans have heard promises before. We've seen reboots, reinterpretations, and adaptations that drift too far from the core of what makes Resident Evil so special. So when I hear far away from everything connected to Resident Evil, I'm not gonna lie, that makes me pause a little bit. Now, it is also possible that this wording is being taken more stylistically than literally. They might just mean the tone, the filmmaking approach, or the storytelling structure is different. Not necessarily that the lore or world is completely gone. And until we see a trailer or get some concrete details, it's really hard to say exactly what that means. My honest thoughts, I'm cautiously optimistic, but also very cautious. I still have a lot of faith in Zack Cregger as a director. Everything he's done shows he understands horror in a way that could really benefit Resident Evil. But like I said in my last video, it's not just about the director, it's about how much the studio lets him actually respect the source material. If this really is a complete reboot with a totally new vision, then we might be looking at something very different from what fans were expecting. And whether that ends up being a good thing or not, we're just gonna have to wait and see. The Resident Evil franchise has always walked a fine line between experimentation and staying true to its roots, and right now it feels like we're standing right on the edge again. For the upcoming Resident Evil 9 Requiem, Capcom just officially launched a live-action short film titled Evil Has Always Had a Name. It follows a mother and daughter as they fight for their lives to escape during the outbreak in Raccoon City, and honestly I thought it was fantastic. Just that little bit had so much emotion to it that I would be 100% on board with Capcom doing a full movie like that. I've said previously, I don't mind them focusing on new characters as long as they respect the timeline and lore that the games are set in. I always thought an Outbreak style movie with new characters banding together for survival would be a fantastic idea, just like Dawn of the Dead. There's honestly so many new and interesting stories that could be told within the outbreak of Raccoon City alone. I think Zack Cregger is a very competent director, and I'm very curious to see what he's going to do with this film. I'm going to reserve any judgment I have until I watch it, but now I'm curious to know your thoughts. Do you have faith in Zack Cregger and think he'll deliver the movie Resident Evil fans want? Do you think it's a good thing that they gave him full creative control? What kind of Resident Evil movie would you like to see? Let us know down below in the comments and let's have a discussion about it.
Real quick, I want to tell you about our sponsor, Green Man Gaming. If you're planning on picking up Resident Evil Requiem on PC, this is honestly the best way to do it. Right now, Green Man Gaming is offering 18% off Resident Evil Requiem, the Standard Edition, and the Deluxe Edition for Steam. If you go with the Deluxe Edition, you're getting a ton of extra content, including multiple costumes, filters, weapon skins, charms, the Raccoon City Classic Audio Pack, and bonus files like letters from 1998. On top of that, any pre-purchase also comes with an extra costume for Grace, so you're getting even more for just locking it in early. What I personally like about Green Man Gaming is they are 100% an official PC games retailer. They work directly with over 1,300 publishers and developers, so when you buy through them, you're still fully supporting the devs. You're just saving money at the same time. And if you've never used Green Man Gaming before, it's really easy. You purchase a key that you can then redeem on Steam, so all your games are in one place. If you want to grab Resident Evil Requiem for PC right now and save 18%, make sure to use the affiliate link in the description. It helps support the channel and gets you the best deal at the same time. So what are you waiting for? If you're gonna buy it anyways, you might as well save some money.
As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope to see you back at the Resident of Evil.